Hi, my name is Jana Parker. I'm going to talk today a little bit about the basics of written music. Music is written on a musical staff, consists of two sets of 5 lines and 4 spaces. The top set is the treble clef. It's marked like this. And the lower staff is marked as the bass clef, like this. The spaces on a treble clef are F, A, C, and E, and spell the word face. And the lines on the treble clef are E, G, B, D, and F. A mnemonic device to help remember that is every good boy deserves fudge. It's also the same similar type of mnemonic devices for the notes on the bass clef. The letters in the spaces are A, C, E, and G. And the mnemonic device for that is all cows eat grass. The lines are G, B, D, F, and A. And the mnemonic device to remember that is great big dogs bite animals. The two staffs together make a grand staff. Grand staff is marked at the beginning of music with a bracket like that. The notes that are on the staff in the lines or spaces consist of an eighth note, which is a solid circle with a stem and a flag. A quarter note is a solid circle with a stem. A half note is an open circle and stem. And a whole note is a circle with no stem. When writing the notes on a staff of music, the third line is what is important. A note that is on the third line or any space or line above that will have a stem, if the note has a stem, on the left and going down. There are a couple examples of that. If the note falls below the third line in a space or a line, the stem will be to the right and going up. If there is no stem, in the case of a whole note, the note just goes on the line or space. If a note falls above or below the staff, whether it be the treble clef staff or the bass staff, there will be a line next to or through the note. It's called a ledger line. It shows you what note that should be. There's one example, and there's a second example. Within a piece of music, bar lines separate the music into measures. Each measure has the same amount of beats. The number of beats are given at the beginning of the grand staff in the time signature. If you have a grand staff, the time signature would be right after the treble clef. And it would look something like this with one number on top of the other. The top number tells you how many beats. In each measure. And the bottom number tells you what note gets a whole beat. In 4/4 time, there will be 4 beats in one measure, and the quarter note is what gets the beat. Another option for time would be 6/8, or maybe 4/2. In 4/2, the half note would get the beat. For 4 time is sometimes written with just a C. Something else about notes. Notes can either be a whole step or a half step apart. An easy way to show you that is with the keyboard. In the case of B to C, it's only a half a step because they're one note apart. They're notes next to each other. Whereas C to C sharp would be a half a step, and C to D would actually be a whole step. Have the same commonality with B to C as you do with E to F, where E to F is a half a step, and F to G would be a whole step. Let's see. Notes can be tied together with a tie or a slur if the notes are on the same line. If two notes are the same pitch, it would be tied together with a line like that. That's a slur. If the notes are two different pitches, and they have a line to tie them together, that is a slur. A tie or a slur just tells the musician playing the music not to actually give a strike for that second note. It would be a smooth. Here it would just be almost like extending the note, and here it would just be dropping to the lower pitch without actually tonguing the sound. Let's see, accidentals. Accidentals are sharps, flats, and natural signs. And they are within the music. They only last for one measure of music. So if we have, let's draw a little treble clef here. And we'll go with 4/4 time. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 notes. A flat sign looks like a B. A sharp sign looks like a number sign, and a natural sign looks very similar to a sharp sign, but some of the sticks are missing on the end. So if we wanted to lower this note a half of a step, we would put a flat sign in front of that note. That would make the rest of these notes in this measure flat, unless there were another accidental sign, such as a natural, to cancel that flat out. Music can also be played at different volumes. This is indicated between the treble and bass clef. And there are 6 really common options. Let me wipe the board here, and I'll get some examples on the board. Okay. We've got a grand staff here. Let's draw a treble clef, bass clef. Now, in the piece of music, usually be right here near the time signature in between the clefs. The 6 common options are PP, which means pianissimo, or very soft. The next option is P, which stands for piano, or soft. We then have MP, which stands for mezzo, piano. Mezzo means moderate, so this is moderately soft. The next level going up is MF, which is mezzo, again meaning moderately, and F meaning forte or loud. So MF is moderately loud. Number 5 is the F, which is forte or loud. And a double F is fortissimo. Oh my goodness. Which is very loud. Common examples: fortissimo. All heavy metal music is probably fortissimo. Loud music would be, if you listen to classical music, you're going to find a lot of these. In your classical music, you find a lot of these. There would be a lot of piano maybe at the beginning of a lot of musical pieces, and then as it builds, it may build into something else. This is just a general labeling at the beginning of the music for what the musician should start out their level. There are also things within the music. If we start out with a mezzo piano, and then the music wants to get gradually louder, there may be a sign like this, or it may have the sign NCRES. That's crescendo, and that means to gradually get louder. There's also a decrescendo, which is like that. And it may also say decrescendo underneath. There's also, if you want to change the tempo of the music, you may also see RET or retard in the music, and that just means to slow down gradually. That's all I have for today. Thank you for your time.